of 49. The biggest story all week, even before we can get to the Super Bowl, Stephen A., has been Deflategate. So how do you believe or how do you think this will impact the Patriots' chances at the Super Bowl?
Believe it or not, I think this may improve the Patriots' chances. I think they're going to be highly motivated to establish their legitimacy as true champions. I think they're going to go out there ready to ball. You're going to have a defense that says this has nothing to do with us, and they're going to be hell-bent on stopping beast mode, Marshawn Lynch with Russell Wilson, Doug Baldwin, and those boys. I think offensively, you just don't really want to tug on Superman's cape per se, figuratively speaking, of course. Tom Brady is a high-end competitor. He's elite at what he does. As far as I'm concerned, he's a quintessential superstar in the game of football, and I love his competitive fervor. I hate the fact that we have to question anything about him because the only thing that I like to say negatively about him is that he tap dances like the late, great Gregory Hines, God rest his soul, when pressure applies to him. But I'm only mocking him in a very, very fun fashion. Nothing with vitriol, nothing with venom or anything like that. Because I love him. I love his game. I love the representation he provides as an NFL ambassador. It kind of hurts me to actually even talk about him in a negative fashion of a serious nature, to be honest with you. But I think that he's going to respond to that challenge. I think he's the kind of guy that will be up even more so for this game. And I think the Gronkowskis, the Edelmans, the Blunts, the Amendolas of the world are going to be ready for the challenge even more than they were expected to as well because of all of this that is going on. I'm not saying they're going to win. I'll wait until the Friday before the game to make my prediction. But this leads me to believe that they're going to be even more hyped and more ready for this game than originally anticipated.
I am with your big picture conclusion on this, but I need an answer to one question before I'm definitive about this, and I'm not sure I will have an answer to this question. I'll ask it to you, not that either of us know any answers here. Do you think that Tom Brady was at all upset yesterday that his head coach for 13 seasons put him back on the hot seat with what Bill Belichick told the media by saying that basically, I know nothing about the preparation of footballs before games. You're going to have to ask Tom. Do you think there could be any lingering bitterness there? Was the bridge maybe set on fire? I don't know, because go ahead.
I'm not inclined to believe that, Skip, because Bill Belichick's press conference was in the morning, Tom Brady's was in the afternoon. I have no doubt that they spoke in between times. What I would say to you, Skip, is that if this were Dwight Howard, Stan Van Gundy, where Stan Van Gundy is saying Dwight Howard tried to get me fired, and then Dwight Howard comes walking over, puts his arm around the coach, get ready to talk to the media, has absolutely no idea whatsoever what the coach had told the media contingent before the coach walks away and leaves him there by himself. That would be different. That's not what happened yesterday. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick had plenty of time to communicate. I don't think that's an issue.
Okay. If that's not an issue, I believe what you believe, that this team, the coach and the quarterback and the rest of the team, will go from being shaken by this, shook up by all of it, to getting angry about all of it. By Monday, it will be angry. That's given the fact that, or given the issue that, could the NFL suspend somebody here? That could happen. I mean, if Tom Brady gets suspended for this, all bets are off. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Bill Belichick's going to be suspended. So that I think that by Monday, the whole team will just be flat out angry about this, the way the team got, remember, through 2007 because of the Spygate penalties levied on the organization. So I think it'll be the same thing now that Richard Sherman has called out Tom Brady. Basically, I think called him a liar about who started the trash talk in the game 2 years ago in Seattle. And now Jeremy Lane says that Rob Gronkowski just isn't that good. Well, it will add up to anger, and I think you're going to get a very intensely focused New England team a week from Sunday in this game.
I agree with that part.
Game of his life, I'm calling it right now. Here we go.
Game of his life.
He's going to have the game of his life.
Well,
they've upset him.
Listen, if he has the game of his life, it's going to be a really, really great one because he's had a bunch of them.
Listen, it's going to be something special. I'm calling it right now, Tom. We hear you. Anyway, his team is awful, but that doesn't mean he can't be an all-star. Who are we talking about? Well, there you have it. Carmelo Anthony and the NBA All-Star Game. More on that when we return.